Today we're gonna go into the reason that Caligula's casino failed entirely, but first let's cover its backstory very briefly. Before the events of GTA San Andreas, Caligula's casino was owned by one of the three Liberty City mob families, that being the Sindaco family, which was the weakest of the three. However, in 1992, when GTA San Andreas takes place, the Leone family was the strongest. And one day, Johnny Sindaco, who is the son of the family's leader, goes to Salvatore and asks him to invest $5 million into the casino. However, Salvatore initially refused. He would, however, quickly change his mind as a deal was made for the three families, those being the Leone family, the Sindaco family, and the Forelli family, of course, to have a third stake in the casino. Salvatore makes another condition though, and that's for Johnny to get rid of the guy that runs the casino for them right now, and instead they should put someone neutral who they would all be able to control. But realistically, Salvatore was the one who meant to control the guy whoever they picked, and the guy they picked is Ken Rosenberg, who is Tommy's lawyer in GTA Vice City. Now we all know how this goes. CJ starts working for Salvatore, frees Ken Rosenberg, Mecker and Kent Paul from Salvatore, and then robs the casino. And many think that CJ robbing them was the only reason that the operation failed, but that's not the case entirely. Let's look at the business relationship that the three families had with each other during this time. So the first problem was Salvatore himself, as he asserted himself as the big shot who will run the place, which of course was never part of the deal. They were all meant to be equal in this partnership. This led to the Forelli family sending a hit squad to Las Venturas to kill Salvatore, and then of course Salvatore sent CJ to Liberty City to kill Marco Forelli, who was at the time the leader of the Forelli crime family. So you can see, while in the beginning this was meant to be an equal business relationship, it quickly turned into the families just going against each other for control of the casino. All hell breaks loose essentially, especially when Johnny Sindaco is getting discharged from the hospital. The Forelli family pretty much kidnaps him with the intentions of killing him, and if that also happened, then it would be an absolute shit show, but that didn't happen because CJ stepped in as a means to save Ken Rosenberg. Now we of course know that Johnny then later dies of a heart attack and whatnot, but that's not that important, as the whole thing happened because of him causing problems for CJ and Woozy and their casino. Speaking of which, we'll now compare the two casinos, and then we can conclude the other big reason that Caligula's casino failed. So when you look at CJ and Woozy's casino, which was called the Four Dragons, I think, it was also split three ways. 1/3 belonged to CJ, 1/3 belonged to Woozy, and 1/3 belonged to Ron Fali. This one did not fail, and there is one key reason, and that's that unlike the three mob families, these three guys were friends. Well, Woozy and CJ were friends. Ron Fali, while he wasn't really friends with CJ, he respected him and was grateful since CJ helped him when he saved him back in San Fierro. So instantly there's absolutely no hostility between the three owners of the Four Dragons casino. Therefore, there was no one to backstab anyone or to try to get ahead like you had Salvatore and the Forellis. The Sindacos, while they didn't really have much to do with this, they were attacked by the Forellis and whatnot, but they still hated the Leones, which is stated in the introduction movie, which sadly I can't show here on YouTube because Rockstar's gonna copyright this video and I'm gonna be screwed. However, real quick, if you're enjoying this video right now, please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 2K, and also do me another favor, check out the channel memberships if you're interested in that, and also check out my second channel in the description. That is where the Kingdom Hearts content is nowadays. But yeah, with CJ there was respect between all three parties, and they all worked together to get this casino going, and therefore it worked out. But Caligula's never worked out because the families were literally plotting against each other since day one. So their main problem was essentially going into business with people that they hate, and that's why it all failed. All of this can also be interpreted as a moral lesson in GTA San Andreas, and that lesson being that mutual respect will go a lot farther than day one hostility. What it comes down to is really the relationship and the attitude that the mob families had towards each other. Hypothetically, if they were able to actually put their differences aside, like Salvatore said back in the introduction movie, and if you didn't have, the Forellis try to kill both Salvatore and Johnny at one point, and if you didn't have Salvatore being a power-hungry piece of shit, I think that it would have all worked out a lot better for the three families, and CJ and Woozy would have been in so much shit when they robbed the casino, because in that case they would literally have three very pissed off, powerful mob families after them, and who knows how they would have gotten themselves out of that situation. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching this quick GTA San Andreas lore video. Leave your thoughts and opinions on this topic in the comments down below. Always love to read them and reply to them. Until next video stream, bye bye.